say that and I start chatting too much.
Well, listen, it happens to me as well, man. We just go on and on like
And
Ariston. Hey, folks, you've caught us in a great moment. Deval and I, we're
yeah.
talking movies, TV shows, trailers,
Oh man.
hidden gems. Actually, no, maybe not
Mm.
hidden gem on this week's show. Listen,
Not
folks,
this week.
not this week. So, Deval, episode 309.
309, feeling fine. Yep,
Pull that one
sipping my
out.
water, sipping my water. You know,
Lock up your daughters.
look up your daughters.
Okay, all right. We'll leave the rhyming to the experts. So listen, folks, we've got a great episode for you. Short and sweet on this week's episode. So stick around for the next kind of 40 minutes, 45 minutes. We're going to be bringing you an interesting movie later on in the show. So stick around for that. But before that, Deval, let's do our shout outs.
Yeah, one shout out this week. Shout out goes to Emmanuel
Yes.
underscore LDN on Instagram. No, Emmanuel P underscore LDN on Instagram, otherwise known as Emmanuel, another
Yep.
part of the Flixters. He's going to be coming onto the show pretty soon.
Yep.
But I spoke to him yesterday, and guess what happened to him yesterday?
Tell
You
us.
would never guess. He bumped into
This is mad story.
an actor.
This is great.
He bumped
Tell
into
us.
an actor. I don't know if you've seen. Oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank now. Innocent Man.
I've not seen it, no, but I know of it.
Yeah, so he bumped into. Let me get the full details. Because it's crazy who you bump into in London. And I mean, a different man. So not innocent man. Obviously, Emmanuel is innocent, but I'm talking about a different man. But yeah, so he bumped into an actor from the film A Different Man, and he's basically invited the actor on. And you're probably thinking, so who's the actor? Like, who's this guy? A very special man.
Tune in to find out.
Exactly. Got to tune in to find out. But I'll give you a little tease now. His name's Adam Pearson. Hopefully we get him on the show. Hopefully. Emmanuel obviously done his thing and, hopefully sold the Flixters as a really, really top podcast on the level of Joe Rogan and people like that. And hopefully when Adam, logs in and checks us out, he's like, oh, they're
these
good.
guys, they're good.
They're good.
Adam,
So,
if you're listening.
yeah, so we're all different men in our own ways, and hopefully he comes on and sees just how different we are and good we are, and he hopefully comes on. So there you go.
There you go, Adam. That's an open invitation to come onto the show, and we'll see you hopefully very, very soon. Emmanuel, that's great, man. That's a great shout out. Emmanuel, can you do that again? Can you just go out on the tram out in London, not on the tube or something, and just like, man, there must be actors. I told you the time when I saw, when I bumped into, I saw the Harry Potter guy. I mean, he's like, I don't know what he's doing.
Daniel
now.
Radcliffe or the other guy?
No, it was
Rupert,
the other guy.
Rupert something, the redhead
it wasn't
guy.
even him. It wasn't
what
even
other
him.
guy then? Oh, gosh, haven't you?
It's the guy who plays the villain, Draco Malfoy.
Oh, I've never seen Harry Potter.
The one who's got the blonde hair, the white hair.
Oh, was he the one that was in the Flash series as well?
Yes.
He's kind of young like them, yeah, as well.
And he was in Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yes, him. Okay, yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Man, they're there. You just got to look. You just got to know where to look. So, Emmanuel, come on, sort it out, geezer. Yeah. All right. That's your shout out. Remember, get in touch with us. You can be a shout on the show as well. Let us know what you're watching, what you're not watching, what you like, what you don't like, and we'll speak about it on the show. All right, let's get into movie news, Devaldo. So first up, man. Yeah, man, let's take it away. Let's get into this movie news. First things first. Where is it actually? I'm just
it's Zendaya and Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
Are going to be joining Christopher Nolan's new movie. So he's got a new film coming out, 2026 July. He loves July, releases.
Summer release, right?
Yeah,
all these
so we're looking at
kind of around about
a year and a half from now, pretty much. And so Zendaya and Hathaway are going to be joining Matt Damon and Zendaya's fella, Tom Holland. So they're already in the film. Don't know what the film's all about. I did see a poster somewhere on social media. I think it was, I don't know if they were just guessing, but it looks like something to do with weather and like a sort of storm or something. But I don't know. That could be just bullshit. But either way, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good film. The cast is coming along nicely. Not sure who's going to be playing what, who, when, why, when.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be interesting. So let's see what happens with that one.
And he likes using kind of actors that he's used before. Anne Hathaway,
There you
Batman
go.
movies.
Yeah.
Matt Damon. We saw him Oppenheimer just recently.
Mm,
Zendaya and Tom Holland, obviously newcomers and
yeah.
everything. So it'll be
And
interesting.
Interstellar, Matt Damon, Interstellar, which is 10 years old today. Well, not today, but
Oh,
10 years
and Anne
old this
Hathaway,
year. Yeah, Hathaway. That was in. Oh yeah, in Interstellar as well as wasn't she in Batman?
Batman: The Dark Knight Rises,
Batman
which I
Dark
watched
Knight
just very
Rises.
recently.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, they get multiple checks
Trust me,
with Nolan.
trust me. And they all want to work with Nolan, man. After
Mm,
Oppenheimer, that whole
yeah,
kind
yeah, yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah,
that beast of a movie,
yeah, yeah.
everyone, I guess, wants to work with him. All right, let's move on. Simon Kinberg is a name that we've spoken about on this show many times.
Mm,
I remember, Deval, when Dark Phoenix came out, the, what do you call it?
X-Men.
The X-Men movie, that was poor. And usually
Yeah,
Simon Kinberg, he does come up with some good movies, and he's been involved in other movies before as well.
yeah.
But he is now attached to a different franchise, which Deval's going to tell us about, another big franchise.
Yeah, Simon Kinberg, big producer, like you said, involved in a lot of massive movies. He's now going to be involved in producing, and I think, or maybe even partially writing or involved in the
Mm,
writing stage of a Star Wars sequel. Sorry, a Star Wars trilogy. My gosh, I'm
trilogy.
underselling it. A Star Wars trilogy. Yeah, so 3 films that's going to be under his producing banner.
Mm,
And from what I understand, it's going to be something different to what we've had before. It's going to be like before, just going to be different basically. So it's not going to
yeah.
be, all to do with Luke Skywalker's sort of lineage and stuff like that. It's going to be something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Simon Kimber is going to be involved with that. But also as well, yeah, like
Mad.
one star isn't enough. He's also going to be involved in a Star Trek prequel as well.
That's mad.
Also going to be producing a Trek prequel, which is going to be, before the Enterprise and,
Yeah.
Captain Kirk and stuff like that.
Mm.
So yeah, he's going to be all up in the stars, Star Wars, Star Trek. He's
Trek.
going to, don't get your Jedi's mixed up with the Vulcans. You know what I
Trust
mean? Live
me,
long and prosper, and may the force be with you.
you can't,
It's going
and
to be
like,
a madness. It's too
you
much, I think,
can't,
to handle.
it's too much. And then you can't, like, the two biggest the Star Wars and the Star Trek franchises. Like, if you're talking about space, you can't get
Mm,
bigger than that. What other big
yeah,
movie franchises to do with space develop? It's those two.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I can't think
they're
of
the
another one
biggest.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm.
All
Maybe
right. Okay. So
Gene, but
yeah, yeah. So keep an eye out for that one. And obviously, more news comes on that. We will let you know. Now, this one, Deval, I want to speak about this one. So I don't. Something we got to take this maybe with a pinch of salt. But basically, the news on the grapevine is that apparently there's a Joker spin-off in development, right, with HBO. So
mm,
we've just had Joker Folie à Deux.
mm,
That's obviously come out, and that's part of the DC universe, but it's in the Elseworlds kind of banner. So
yeah.
James Gunn, he's kind of put that to one side along with Matt Reeves' Batman. And what they're saying is that they want to now do a spin-off of the Joker, and possibly starring Barry Cogan. Is it Keegan or Cogan? I don't know.
Oh, him, yeah, the guy, the Irish guy.
The Irish guy,
Yeah,
and he was kind of he was the voice, or he kind of was the one who did the kind of the Joker, supposedly the Joker at the
yeah,
end of the
yeah, yeah,
Batman
yeah,
movie.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So they want it to take place between Batman Part 2 and then Batman Part 3. So in between that, they want to shove this Joker spin-off, which in a way it kind of makes sense, because we need kind of Batman to deal with the aftermath of the Riddler. And
Mm-hmm.
then maybe the Penguin is maybe the ending of the Penguin series, which is fantastic, by the way. Maybe there's kind of a little bit of a clue for the Batman Part 2. And then after that, we get kind of a bit more Joker. But Devout, another Joker again.
Mm,
Do we need it so soon after this Joker thing? Some people will say, well, it's set in a different universe. It's going to be different. It's a different type of Joker. It's a younger Joker, maybe.
It's going to be hard, until it's done.
Mm,
It's going to be hard to judge. I think to answer the question, we don't
yeah.
need it, but these days we don't often get what we need. We get what we're given, and it's all to make money. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I don't know, man. I don't
It's
know.
hard, isn't it
I'm in
now?
two minds. The thing is, we won't know until we get it. If it comes out and it's really good, we'll be like, oh wow, look, this is good. It's so
This is
great. Good
great.
they did it. He's a good actor. I mean, he's a good actor. He
Yeah.
does these sort of crazy roles sometimes, and he can pull it off. So I think I'll be positive about it, but I'm not going to be optimistic.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, man, when I look at the Penguin, there's not even a whiff and not even a scent of
Oh,
Batman.
exactly. Yeah.
And it's just in that
Yeah.
world, and it just
Yeah.
works so
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
because of Colin Farrell as the Penguin is
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
captivating character. So
And other
maybe
Irish guys, maybe no, yeah, maybe putting their faith in the Irish. Luck of the Irish, you know what I
exactly look
mean?
at the Irish. So we'll see what happens with that one. And obviously, when more news comes out of that one, we will definitely let you know. Now, the other piece of news is cancellations. So we know that movies get kind of announced,
Yeah.
Blade, for example, announced Blade, and it's taken years. I remember we spoke about this on the show a while ago when we said Chris Hemsworth, he was tapped to play Hulk Hogan in a biopic. And the news now is apparently it's been scrapped.
Is it?
Hulk Hogan was being interviewed just recently, and he said that the deal with Netflix, so it was going to be a Netflix movie, it fell through because of finances. Somewhere along the line, when they were dealing with the contracts of all this, something about a payment, he kind of was candid about the whole thing. But he said some interesting stuff. He said that a guy called Scott Silver, who wrote the script for Joker, The Wolf of Wall Street, and all the other things, wrote this Hulk Hogan movie. And apparently it was kind of sent around Hollywood, and they said that this movie is like Oscar winning. Chris Hemsworth is basically could win an Oscar for this movie. It was going to be so dark and so kind of warts and all type of a thing. It was going to be amazing, but now it's done and dusted. It's not going to happen,
Is it?
which is a
I wonder.
shame.
I
I'd
wonder where
love to
exactly it fell
see.
down. I wonder.
Do you reckon Hulk Hogan was asking for a bit of
Of Do
that
Re
too
Mi.
much?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know.
Because he
It's
was
hard
going
to
through
know.
finance issues, wasn't he,
Is
or
it?
something? Yeah, I think he went through
No.
bankruptcy and things like that,
Okay.
and a lot of
I
kind
don't
of
know.
backstory with him, man.
It's a shame because I think that would have been good. I think Chris Hemsworth would have done a good job as well. I'm
Yeah.
thinking if not him, then the guy who done Reacher might have been good
Oh,
as well
good
for it,
shout.
possibly. But yeah, I mean, I guess we're not going to get it now, so doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
man, it's a shame because from the grapevine, they're saying the script was amazing. Chris Hemsworth would have been great. A story there, right? And obviously, wrestling.
Yeah.
Excuse me, wrestling fans. They would have loved that. All right, okay, let's move on. Yeah, man. So this final piece of news. Sorry, no, not a final piece of news. Let's speak about The Fly. This is interesting, pal, because I love the Fly movie. Nasty 80s bit of body horror.
1986. So
Yeah,
David Cronenberg, I think 1986. The Fly with
one of those
Jeff
guys. Yeah.
Goldblum. Really good film. If you ain't seen The Fly from 1986, go watch it. It's
Mm,
really good. It's grotesque. It's a decent film. It's a good
it
film.
is.
But they're looking to make a remake of The Fly, and it is going to be a. It's not going to be a remake. It's going to continue on kind of from the Fly universe. So it's not going to just be totally different. It's going to kind of continue the legacy, from what I understand. Director is going to be a lady called Nikiatu Jasu, who directed a 2022 film called Nanny, which is a horror film. And also it's going to be, I think, either produced as well or maybe co-written by Nia DaCosta,
Yep.
who did the more recent Candyman,
Yep.
and also directed
Marvels, wasn't it?
Marvels. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Marvels. So yeah, so two good directors, good filmmakers, going to combine to make a new Fly movie. So yeah, see what's going to happen
Let's
with
see
that
what's
one.
cooking there, because that'd be interesting. And speaking of Candyman, we got to end on on this one. Bit of a sad note, bit of a bummer on this one. Tony Todd, who was this, he'd made like loads of movies, but I mean, obviously famous for Candyman, the
Yep.
original one, which was
Yep.
in the 80s, late 80s, wasn't it, or early 90s? I can't remember now.
92.
92. Yeah, and even before that, he would have done Night of the Living Dead, and he's done quite a few stuff, like lent his voice to things, and the
Yeah.
Final Destination. He was
Final
creepy in the Final
Destination.
Destination as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
big guy, really kind of had this presence, didn't he? But yeah, passed away at the age of
69.
69.
Yeah, so
Damn.
yeah, and you can imagine he would have probably been in the next Final Destination, possibly, and all
Mm,
kinds of other stuff. Like you say, really distinctive voice. So sometimes you
yeah,
might not see him, but you'll hear him. So
yeah,
yeah, 69. So yeah, you
yeah,
know,
man. Rest in peace.
yeah,
All right, that is it for this week's episode on the movie news. Let's get into new on streaming. So a couple of things are out. And we've mentioned Penguin and that's great, and Teacup and Agatha and all that sort of stuff. So go out and watch those shows. But new Sphere, which is on Amazon. So Devaldo, yeah, tell us about this one.
yeah. So sometimes we talk about new on streaming, and it's always something that's new, like literally
Mm,
just new to be made. But I think sometimes you've got to mention the stuff that's just come on streaming, but is also old school as well.
yeah.
So I'm talking, is it 1998 Sphere? I think it's
Oh,
98.
right, gotcha.
Sphere
Yeah,
with Dennis Hoffman.
yeah.
No, sorry,
Dustin
Dustin
Hoffman.
Hoffman,
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, Sharon Stone,
Mm,
as well as other actors that you'll remember as well. I think
yeah.
Levi Schreiber or Lev Schreiber, who
Yeah.
played Sabretooth.
He did. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's a good film. It's a good
I
film.
remember
So
this.
it's about some sort
A
of
ship in it or something.
unidentified alien spaceship that's
Yeah.
underwater. They find it underwater, so the US government finds it underwater, and they want people to go and observe it, study it,
Yep.
and they get people from different disciplines. Samuel L. Jackson's a mathematician. Sharon Stone is a what is she? Oh my gosh, she's a biologist. Dustin
Yeah.
Hoffman's a psychologist, and they go there and they study it, and things start to happen. The
Yep.
sphere in itself, there's the spaceship, and then there's a sphere in the spaceship, which I don't know, it kind of copies you in a way. It's
Yeah.
really weird, but
Mimics or something,
it's
isn't
just
it?
the spaceship itself. They think the spaceship itself is like some sort of interdimensional
Yeah.
spaceship or time machine or something. It's weird, but I love the way the film ends. The
Mm.
film ends in something so intelligent that I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's
I
just
can't
a
remember
good
it now.
old school
He
film.
copies them
You
or
know
something,
what?
doesn't it?
The fact you can't remember it, I'm
Okay.
telling you,
Shit.
man.
I'm intrigued now. Damn, I gotta
And
watch it.
that's linked to the end of the film. The
Do you
fact you
remember?
can't remember it.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Do you
Mm.
remember Dustin Hoffman? Hang on, he was in Outbreak as well. Do you remember
Outbreak, yeah,
he kind
94, I
of
think.
those kind of around about that time he was in these kind of
Yeah,
like end of world type of
yeah,
scenarios and these
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
things.
yeah,
So yeah, man, interesting.
yeah.
Sphere, you should
Sphere on
definitely
Amazon. Go watch it. It's
go
decent. It's
watch it.
decent. Mm.
Okay, and similarly, based on Alien, this is the Manhattan alien abduction. Now, I saw this pop up, and this is kind of this is a documentary, isn't it, Deval, about a
Yeah,
woman?
documentary.
Yeah,
Mm.
about a woman who claims to have been abducted.
Yeah, she claims
Is
to
that
be
right? Yeah.
to have been abducted in probably one of the most densely populated places in
Mm,
America, Manhattan, New York. She was abducted from her bedroom. She's saying they literally took her body
yeah.
and took her and experimented on her and stuff
Experimented.
like
Yeah.
that. This is it's a documentary. I think about 3 parts. I think it's about
Mm,
3 parts to it, 45 minutes each. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna see it because I do like my aliens and UFOs and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it and see what she's saying, if it sounds plausible or if it sounds like she's just there to make money. I don't know.
Mm,
But they also speak with other people that have been abducted to see that if their stories kind of correlate. And
yeah.
so yeah, I mean, whether people think there's life out there or not, I mean, some people think it's bullshit, some people think it's real.
Yeah.
But then the fact of them coming to Earth and abducting people, that's another thing, another layer on top of that.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I mean, I do think there's life out there.
David Icke territory, man.
Yeah, David Icke territory. Also, prominent scientists. You got uh, Carl Sagan, who
Yes.
a lot of work has been done from his sort of theories. You have Drake. I think it's Frank Drake. You got the Drake equation, and I
Oh
don't mean
gosh.
Drake as in the rapper
As in the
from
rapper.
Canada.
Yeah.
I mean the Drake
Oh,
equation, which is
yeah.
actually an equation that you can write that actually predicts life in the universe.
Oh my
And
gosh.
when you do the Drake equation, it shows that there should be life in a lot of places in the
Yeah.
universe, just on the maths alone. So there's, I don't know, man. It's just,
Forget
it's a deep
bloody.
one.
Forget what's his name? Tigrass. What's that guy's name? The site.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, or
Yeah. Forget
yeah,
him. We got Deval, man. Deval is the resident flipping site. Man, just listen. Just look up Deval. Honestly. Um. Um.
oh
Yeah,
man,
man. We got to see because there's some. The truth is out there, right? To
as
pinch
Mulder used
from.
to say, yeah,
Yeah. To pinch from X Files. Something's out there, and one way or another, man. We got to find out.
yeah.
During this next bull run. All right, okay. So let's move on to trailers. And now I saw this trailer, so it kind of does have the vibe. And when I was watching it, yeah, it does have the vibe of Air. The Michael Jordan story, the one that you
Yes,
watch on Amazon, because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
produced by those guys. It's
yeah.
kind of true story based on kind of like a true character about this guy who was born. I don't know if he was born with. Does he have
He
born
was,
with one?
yeah,
He was born with
yeah,
one leg, right? But
yeah.
then he becomes like a wrestler, and the kind of the knockbacks, the kind of him being told no, rejections, and and all this sort of stuff. But he overcomes the odds to become a wrestler in 80s or early 90s or whatever in America.
2011. It's
Oh,
not too long ago. Not too
damn.
long ago.
I,
Yeah,
I got an 80s vibe to it, but yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Same.
2011.
Yeah, yeah. It's mad. It's. I mean, imagine that, born with one leg and you're wrestling. He's training. He's running. He's jumping upstairs. He's doing all the training that other
True.
people do. It's got Jennifer Lopez is in it. I think she plays his
Yeah,
mum. I think
yeah, she does.
you got War Machine. What's his name again?
Yeah, Don,
Don Cheadle's in it as a coach. Jarrell Jerome is the guy that's in it. He starred in the what's that?
the one where he plays a
What's
giant.
No, yeah, he was in that Virgo. I'm a
Virgo.
Virgo, but he was
Yeah,
also in
when they see
Moonlight.
us.
When They See Us as well, yes, and also he was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse as well. He's
Oh,
been in quite a few things, so he's a really good actor. And this looks like the sort of role that will get you an award.
yeah,
This looks
I know,
moving for
I
real.
know.
So yeah,
And
this looks good.
do you reckon because it was Ben Affleck's, I think it was the makers of the Ben Affleck movie Air.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So could this have been made before J Lo and Ben Affleck split?
Possibly, I reckon so. Yeah, yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
putting a big name in there as well. J Lo's
yeah,
a big name, man.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So interesting. So definitely, yeah, that one looks like as if it's a watch that's going to be on Amazon. Now, this
Mm.
one, Deval, when you put this on there, I thought, what, Carry On? They're making a Carry On movie. Now, for British listeners of a certain age, Carry On movies were these really kind of, get, really bawdy, like innuendo based like British films, but no, it's not that.
Yeah,
This one is a Christmas movie because it's coming out at the end of this year, I think it is, and it had Die Hard vibes. Deval,
yeah, yeah.
also action thriller. Taron Egerton, he plays like
Mm.
not an immigration agent. He plays a security
Security.
agent,
Yeah, like an airport.
airport security.
Yeah.
Busy time. It's Christmas period. Baggage coming through left, right, and center, and then someone leaves an earpiece for him. He puts the earpiece in his ear, and it's like, this is a day that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And he's got to do
Mm.
basically let a baggage go through
Mm.
security.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
So
interesting.
Taron Egerton is the main guy, and then you got the
Yeah,
baddie, who I think is the person speaking in his ear, is
yeah,
Jason Bateman.
Bateman,
Yeah, so it's
which is
directed,
interesting.
and he can. I think sometimes the sort of geeky kind of nice guys can be the worst baddies, as well
Yeah,
as like usually comedic guys can be really bad baddies as
yeah.
well. So Juan May Colette Sierra is the director.
Mm,
He also directed Orphan, so 2009 Orphan, the better
right,
version.
the better
Also
version. Yes.
directed House of Wax as well, and was also a producer in The Shallows, starring uh, Ryan Reynolds' missus. Her name has gone up my head.
Oh yeah, Blake.
Blake Lively, yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so he's got some good credentials behind him. So I reckon this looks good. I'm gonna
This
watch it
looks
on
great.
Netflix.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
Netflix,
watching it.
isn't it?
Yeah. 13th of December,
Yeah,
it's
great
out.
Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we'll be watching that one. We'll be reviewing it. And then next up, we've got The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. I mean, you can't get longer than that. What a title. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. So it's this. And you know what? I was watching this trailer, Devaldo, and I was like, where have they taken this franchise? This franchise has gone all over the place now. They're in France. It reminded me of kind of like a World War II movie. It reminded me of kind of, I don't know. It was just weird the way that, he goes off the beaten track. He's in France. The walkers are different. They're kind of, they're faster, maybe stronger a bit as well in this one. He's been locked up and he's been kept in captivity because there's another group. There's always a baddie, a human baddie, if we want to call them that. We always get that in the Walking Dead universe. Humans are probably scarier than the zombies. And then Carol leaves the United States because she wants to find her friend. Devaldo kissing his teeth because
It's a joke,
where are they taking this franchise, Devaldo?
mate. I didn't even realize this is the third season of Daryl. You know that Daryl's
Where
had
did
2 seasons
where
already.
did the first two go?
The 2023, 2024. I didn't even realize that.
I
And
know.
now we've got 2025, the Book of Carol. So now Carol's going to be in it. They're going to be playing like uh, Starsky and Hutch or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I just I'm done with it. I put it on here as a joke. I'm done. I'm not going to watch it. I just
I
don't
haven't even seen
understand
the
why.
first two. I haven't
Yeah,
even
no,
seen
no,
the
no,
first
no,
two,
it's
and I
long.
didn't even
No,
finish
no, no, it's long.
Walking Dead New York. I didn't even finish that one.
No, I didn't even start it. It's just long,
It's long.
long.
And there's still more to come yet because we've got Rick and
Mm, mm,
Michonne.
mm, mm,
Their movies coming out with their spin-off things coming out as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I totally kind of forgot about the whole Walking Dead franchise. You know that?
mm, mm.
And then when this popped up, when you put it on there, I was like, shit, they're still making them. So if you're interested, if you want to know what Daryl and Dixon get up to, sorry, Daryl and Carol get up to,
Are they gonna bang though? That's what I want to know.
no, I don't imagine that. Hang on, because
Are they
he's
gonna
got.
bang though?
That's what people want to know. And the thing is, he's got a girlfriend in this. So I wonder if the girlfriend dies and then they go off and then they start. Oh, hang on.
Are they gonna
Train to
bang though?
Georgia. The train to Georgia.
And The Walking Dead is filmed in Georgia, so I think there could be some Walking Dead characters on that train.
Exactly. I'm waiting for it to pass. Jeez.
Midnight train to
Well, that's the
Georgia.
question, though. Do they bang? We'll find out on answers on a postcard for next week's show. All right, let's do anniversary corner, and we've got something a bit nasty for you, actually. Oh, sorry, this is no, sorry, I thought this was the original one. This is Cabin Fever Patient Zero. So I
Yeah,
remember watching the first Cabin Fever movie, and I
that
thought
was
it was
good.
nasty.
Yeah,
It
the
was
first
good.
one was good. The first one
It
was
was
good.
good because it was Eli
Yeah,
Roth, wasn't it? That one.
yeah. The
Nasty
first one was
virus
good.
thing that peels, you get infected, and then you start flipping.
2002. That's a long time
Damn.
ago.
Now this
2002.
one is Cabin Fever Patient Zero from 10 years ago, so 2014.
Mm.
So Deval, I'm guessing this is obviously a prequel to how it all happened.
This one is because it says when a group of friends enjoying a bachelor cruise in the Caribbean stumble upon a research facility on a
Mm.
remote island, a deadly virus is unleashed.
Oh,
The
God.
group must find a way to survive before the flesh-eating virus consumes them all. Whether it's a prequel or not, I'm not sure. It could be. You could be totally right. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. It kind of fit the mold of the main film.
Yeah.
That's why I put it on here.
Mm.
This one does star Sean Astin, otherwise known as Samuel Gamgee
Oh my
from
gosh.
Lord of the Rings, as well as other things as well,
Yeah.
and it stars a few other people as well. But yeah, this one looks like it's going to be more of the same. Flesh-eating disease, something that is like an external threat,
Yeah.
which makes you want to have to hide away in a cabin and protect yourselves from
Yeah.
the outside threat, kind of thing. So
Mm.
yeah, this is a sort of film I think you watch if you've got nothing else to do. If you like the whole franchise, if I can call it that, if you
Yeah.
watch one though, one is the best one. That's all I can say.
And I just realized this, Deval, whilst you were kind of talking, they went back and remade that first one.
Did they?
In 2016.
Are you serious? Why?
Look, there you go. There you go. They went back, they remade the 2002 one, and I just don't get it because Eli Roth, he wrote it.
What, 2016 one?
The 2016 one.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Is it?
Like, why?
It's got
Like,
such a low rating, 3.7 on IMDb.
why would you remake your own movie?
Oh, maybe to keep the rights.
Yeah, or something.
Maybe he's got something planned in the future.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that must
God.
be.
Man, it only did 40 grand at the box office. That's
Yeah, must
bad.
be. It's a rights thing, man. I reckon it's a rights thing.
That's
He wanted to keep the rights.
terrible.
Yeah, he wanted to keep the rights, man. Simple as
He
that.
was good. At some point, he used to make interesting films. There's one movie that I want to see of his one. It's called Silent Night. Or
Oh
he
yeah,
made
yeah.
a
Okay.
Christmas slash. It's Christmas
Yeah,
slash
that one.
movie and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's on Amazon Prime. But anyway, listen, look, we digress. Let's move on. That leads us nicely into kind of the main movie that we're going to be speaking about. This is a brand new movie. And so this one is called Hold Your Breath. And we kind of mentioned it a bit on, I think we mentioned it via our, what do you call it? Our trailers. Remember, I think we watched the trailer for it. Deval's holding his breath, by the way. I was like, why is he so quiet? And then I had to look, and this guy's holding his breath. Listen, this guy, look at what this guy is doing for us. Devaldo, how long can you hold your breath for? How long can humans hold their breath for? What is it? 2 minutes?
I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. I can struggle to do a minute.
Yeah.
I think I can do about 45 seconds. I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think I can work. I can work up. I've never
You
even
could
tried.
work up to it. I think you could work up to it and then kind of break that barrier. So Hold Your Breath is kind of like a horror thriller, psychological, and it's interesting because Sarah Paulson, Deval, she's done horror before, right?
Yeah, she's done Glass. She's done, I
Yes.
think, American Horror Story. Has she? I think
Yes, she was in that one.
getting it
She
wrong.
was nurse, wasn't she? The nurse. She played a nurse in something as well.
In a Netflix one, wasn't it? It was. Yeah, she was in American Horror Story. She was in Run as well.
Which
You're
we saw.
thinking of Ratchet.
That wasn't her, was it?
Yeah, that was her, Nurse
Oh,
Ratched.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Nurse
her.
Ratchet.
Done that. Yeah, so she's done quite a few things, quite a lot, quite a varied sort of portfolio. So yeah.
Yeah, and she's kind of been in other big movies as well. And yeah, you mentioned Glass. I remember in that one, I mean, that film annoyed me, and she was annoying in that one as well. But yeah. So listen, Hold Your Breath. So Deval, take it away, man. Let us know about this movie.
Yeah, Hold Your Breath. It's on Disney Plus, so you don't have to go to the cinema. It's one of those films, like an hour and what is it? It's an hour and a half. It's a quick film.
Yeah.
So it came out sort of Halloween kind of vibes, But yeah, stars Sarah Paulson, and it's based in 1930s Oklahoma, America, where the region is suffering from these dust storms. And I think, well, not I think, Sarah Paulson's character believes that there's a sinister presence in those dust storms and that it's something horrific.
Yeah.
So when the dust storms happen, she tends to see like things that aren't there. Yeah, like sort of spirits and like just evil kind of thing. And she even gets taken over sometimes by what she's seeing. So it's very, very much one of those films that make you not trust what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Because the character doesn't trust what she's seeing. She's got two young daughters. Her husband, I can't remember if he's passed away. Either he's passed away or he's gone. He's travelled for a long period of time. So basically, he's not around. So she feels not the burden, but the responsibility of being everything for her two daughters, the provider, the protector, all of that. So her sense of responsibility is heightened, and she's really, really on edge a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Even without the dust storms, so with the dust storms being there, she's even more really protective. She sees shadows and people coming to get her and stuff like that. So yeah, the dust storms it's really, it's a crazy thing.
Mm.
But the film, do you know what? I'll tell you who else is in the film. The guy from the Bear.
Oh,
Uh,
who? What? The main guy?
Eben Moss
Oh,
Baccarat. Baccarat.
Backrack. Yeah,
Yeah,
he plays the Thing. He's going to be the
he's
Thing
going to
in
be the thing as
Fantastic.
well. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be that. The film's directed by Carrie Krauss and William Jones.
Mm.
What have they done before? They've been involved in Westworld
Gotcha.
before. Carrie Cross has been involved in Westworld,
Yeah.
and William William Jones
Join.
previously
Okay.
before he's been involved in The Push, which is a short film, and
Mm.
also other short films, all shorts. Nothing really. Yeah, this is his first kind of big thing, if I can call it that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
new directors there. But yeah, the film, how I've described it is pretty much how it is. So in the town, there's a few townsfolk, and they're also a bit, wary of what's going on. It's 1930s Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I think, originally, even to this day, has got a big indigenous population.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if in this film, what has happened in history,
Yeah.
the sort of dust, maybe they think it's like it's some sort of curse has come upon them for maybe
Yeah.
taking land that isn't theirs. Possibly that could be something that's in this film, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, the film itself doesn't really do much.
Mm.
Hold your breath when you go out into the dust. You got to hold your breath, otherwise it kind of, it affects your mind. That's what she thinks. This is also a story of somebody with, mental health
Yeah.
issues,
Yeah.
because the film never makes it fully clear if what she's seeing is her own hallucinations and her own
Or in the
mental health
brain.
issues, or if it actually is the dust. Because her
Mm.
daughters don't really see what's going on,
Yep. Yep.
and her daughters slowly see the mum getting worse and worse and worse.
Mm.
And actually, they see the mum doing things that are bad and bad and badder. So the daughters then have to make a decision what to do with the mum.
Yep.
And it
So,
does turn a bit suspect, with how
okay.
the daughters need to survive because their mum is doing something that they're now thinking, hold on a second. Do you know what I mean? So there's all
Yeah.
these things that's going on there. The daughters are young. One of them's like, I think, 11 or 12, and the other one's maybe 7 or
Yeah.
something like that. So young girls having to, maybe question their mum's actions.
And look after the mum and.
Exactly. Yeah. So this film,
Mm.
do you know what? This film, it's got a 5.3 on IMDb.
Okay.
The trailer is a lot better than the film. The trailer
Right.
sold
Yeah.
me. I'm not going to lie. The trailer sold me,
Yeah.
got
Me
me to
too.
watch it. But at the same time, if it was in the cinema, I probably would have gone to cinema to watch it as well. Actually, I might
Mm.
have gone, but I'm so glad it wasn't in the cinema. I
That
watched
it
it at
wasn't a
home.
cinema. Yeah, it was a streaming
Yeah, I
one.
watched it
Yeah.
at home, and yeah, I think most people will probably watch it. And I watched it in 3 sittings. I didn't finish it in the first sitting, which
So you didn't hold your breath, basically.
no. So I could tell you as well just how good it was. The fact that I couldn't finish it all at once.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's one of those films you don't rush to go and watch, but if you're on Disney Plus and you want to see something a bit,
Yeah.
horror-ish and a quick film, 90
Mm.
minutes, then it could be an option for you.
It's
But,
funny. It's
mm,
funny because you know what, Devout, Disney Plus. You know what? There hasn't been anything major on Disney Plus that I'm thinking, wow, this is amazing. Like I have to watch this movie on
mm,
Disney Plus or
mm.
anything. There hasn't been anything major. The only thing that I'm waiting for is Deadpool, which is coming out next
Oh,
week,
okay, yeah, and you've already seen it, haven't you?
and I've
You
already
know what I
seen
mean?
it.
So yeah,
So it's like that's coming out on Tuesday, and then
mm,
I was flicking through Disney Plus, and I was like, what's on there? What's on there that I really, really want to watch? And you know what? Now that you've mentioned this movie, I'm still thinking,
mm,
but there isn't
mm,
anything worth watching.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah. So, all right, folks, look, there you go. You've got a movie to watch. Whether or not you want to watch it, that's another thing.
Mm,
But here's the thing: if you do watch it, let us know. Do you agree with us? Do you agree with what the Flixters have said? Should you be holding your breath, or should you just kind of move on to next one? for Deval, definitely save those breaths.
Don't hold your breath. Don't
Don't
hold
hold
your
your
breath,
breath.
mate.
Save them. Save all of them.
Mm.
And you know what? It's so funny because we haven't spoken about it right now. But Woman of the Hour, I think, is maybe a movie we should kind of speak about. I did watch that one.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
Another movie, central figure, female
Mm,
lead.
and director.
Exactly as well. So maybe
Mm,
we could kind of speak about that on next week's show. But listen, folks, that is the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Keep it locked with the Flixters. We've got more coming up. What have we got coming up in the Craven? No, Devour Craven. Is that coming
no,
out?
not yet. I think that's next year. But we got, my gosh, part 2. Gladiator. Oh my
Oh
gosh, I'm
yes,
not.
yeah. We got to see it on the big screen. We got to watch it. I'm not holding out for anything major on that one.
Me too. Me too. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not really expecting. Yeah, I'm not expecting much at all, to be honest. I think it's gonna be rubbish. Red One came out. You know the
And you
Rock,
know what? It
Chris.
doesn't appeal.
I
I
didn't
don't
even bother. I was like, nah, this is gonna be a waste of time.
exactly.
Yeah, I just thought, nah.
Absolutely, man. I was like, I'm not wasting my money on that one. I
Mm.
want to save
Do you
it
know
for
what film's got?
something.
Which film's got good ratings? Anora.
Man, it's
Anora.
Trey
That's got,
Parker.
yeah, that's got good ratings. You know.
Yes, people talking about that movie,
Yeah,
man.
Anora.
Yes.
That's got good ratings. It's a film about a young sex worker from Brooklyn meets an
Yeah. A
impulsively
Russian.
Russian oligarch, and they get married and stuff. And yeah, it's got 8.2 on IMDb.
Yeah, people talking about it.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
had a
read
chance to go
his.
and see it, and I mean, didn't
I
go. I
know.
could have seen it on preview.
Devour. And then that
Oh,
guy, the guy who directed that, he's directed other movies. One of his big breakout movies he shot on an iPhone.
is it?
Yeah, the one before that, I can't remember, which I did see, and it's a good movie. It is actually
Mm.
set in LA. That one, so this one was probably going to be really good. There's one called Lee. Lee,
Oh,
you
with
heard about that one?
Kate Winslet, she's like a
Yeah,
war
I haven't
photographer.
really.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's not really a lot on out there for me, anyway.
and small things like these. Cillian Murphy. That's coming out soon. Wicked's coming out soon. I'm not going to bother with that.
Nope. Um, wow,
Yeah.
for me anyway. I don't know about for you, but Deadpool and Wolverine's still on cinema.
Is it? Oh my
Yes,
gosh. Wow.
that's still on cinema for me.
Juror number
Um,
2. Someone mentioned that's good.
mm,
Yeah, Juror number 2.
yeah.
That's got what's his name?
You know what?
Nicholas Holt.
Craven the Hunter for me says it's coming out in December the 12th.
Is it? Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Ah.
Nosferatu,
Yeah, horror. Yeah. Vampire. That's going to be good. That's coming out
January.
soon. Mm. Yeah. Oh, that's a good cast. Juror number 2. Nicholas Holt, J.K. Simmons, Tony Collette, Kiefer Sutherland. Directed by Clint Eastwood. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Interesting. All right.
Mm.
Okay, folks, there you have it. Stick with
Yep.
us, and we promise you more movies and TV shows and more film news. All right. Okay, that's it for us. We're